Hi friends, welcome to Jogo Coaching. In this video, you are going to learn about DevOps Transformation Roadmap that will help to move from traditional software delivery to continuous value delivery. The topics that are covered in these videos are: what is DevOps Transformation, why DevOps Transformation is important for the Agile organization, differences between traditional delivery and DevOps delivery, what is the DevOps transformation journey, core DevOps principles that we need to follow when we implement DevOps roadmap, life cycle of the DevOps tools used across the pipeline, few DevOps transformation best practices. Please watch this video till the end to understand about all these details with some examples. Let us understand what is DevOps transformation. Organization journey of integrating development and operations team is the DevOps transformation. Usually development team and operations team will work in silos, and DevOps transformation will encourage them to work as an integrated team. Here we will focus on the cultural transformation, automation, collaboration, and continuous delivery practices. So DevOps is not one transformation. It needs transformation for culture and having the automation and having a collaboration between development and operations team, and also having the continuous delivery practices. The goal of the DevOps transformation is deliver software continuously with the minimal risk. The characteristics of the DevOps transformation is continuous integration and continuous deployment. We will have the continuous improvements and infrastructure as a code and continuous testing. So we will be having all these characteristics when we do the DevOps transformation. Hope this is clear. Now let us understand why do we need the DevOps transformation. To avoid development and operations working in silos. So if both the teams are working in silos, it will lead to lots of confusions, integration problems, and delays. So to avoid these delays and the silos, DevOps transformation is needed for the organization. The second need is to avoid the manual deployments. If you don't have the DevOps, most of the deployment will be happening. To avoid this, we need to go for DevOps transformation. The third one is to handle frequent production failures. If the company is facing lots of failures in the production, DevOps transformation will help because we will automate the deployment, we will have the monitoring systems, we will have the recovery system, everything through lots of tools and process. So DevOps transformation is needed in this situation. The fourth need is to reduce change failure rates. When you have the DevOps transformation or DevOps implementation, the failure recovery and doing the redeployment, everything will be very faster. That will reduce the failures. Even that deployment will be automated so that the manual error will be reduced in terms of release failures. Another need is to speed up the incident recovery duration. If anything goes wrong in the production, we will have lots of tools and process to analyze the issues and fix the issue and also recover the system quickly. So for that, we need DevOps transformation. The another need is to reduce all the testing cycles. And if we have the DevOps, we will try to automate most of the testing, starting from unit testing, system testing, integration testing, security testing, performance testing. So DevOps transformation to enable to have more automation, so that will reduce the testing cycle. The another need for the DevOps transformation is to improve the customer satisfaction. Since we are addressing all the problems faced in the organization, at the end, customers will be happy because we will deliver quickly, we will reduce the failure rates, we will do the quick recovery, and we will automate the testing and the deployments. So for these reasons, the organization should go for the DevOps transformation. Hope this is clear and helpful to you. Now let us compare the traditional delivery versus DevOps delivery. In traditional delivery, teams will be working in silos, but in terms of DevOps delivery, all the teams will be collaborating, mainly the development and operations team. In traditional, most of the deployment will be manual. When you go for the DevOps, most of the deployment will be automated. In the traditional way, we may have the quarterly releases, but when you have the DevOps delivery, the release can happen daily or weekly or monthly or quarterly. So these are all the advantages. And in terms of monitoring, in the traditional way of working, we will be monitoring reactively, and whenever the failure happen, we will download the logs and analyze the issues. But when you go for the DevOps delivery, continuous monitoring will be happening. Monitoring for the database, monitoring for the application, monitoring of the logs, monitoring of the system stability. Everything will be monitored continuously. So this is the advantage of DevOps delivery. In terms of traditional testing, most of the testing will be manual. When we go for DevOps delivery, we will automate most of the testings. In terms of traditional feedback from the customers, it will be slow feedback. And when you go for the DevOps, we will get the fast feedback because we will have system and process so that we will immediately get the alerts, and the testings and the validation cycle will be very quick so that we will get the faster feedback. When it comes to traditional delivery, infrastructures will be managed manually. So we will provide the infrastructure, tools, and the installation, everything will be done manually by the team. But when we go for the DevOps, infrastructure as a code, the entire infrastructure will be given in one shot by having the pre-script or having all the pre-installed packages. So within few minutes, new system will be given to the developers. It's like a VM or the cloud infrastructure. So these are all the key differences between traditional delivery and DevOps delivery. Hope this is helpful to you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to get notification about new videos. Now let's continue with our learning. Now let us understand the DevOps transformation journey. DevOps transformation has 4 phases, and each phase has some activities. The phase 1 is assess the current state. So whatever the state we are in the organization, we need to assess. We need to assess the process, what are the process followed by the team, what are the tools used by the team for the software development life cycle, what is the team maturity in terms of following the process and the agile, and what is the deployment frequency of the current state, and what is the lead time analysis for the user story delivery. So this is the first step. When you want to do the DevOps transformation, we need to assess the current state. So when you know the current state only, we can set the goal and reach the next level. So we need to do the first step. Second is define the vision. So we need to have the vision for the end goal. That means where do you want to reach from the current state. So there we will define faster delivery, better quality of the product, automation goals in terms of unit testing, system testing, integration testing, and also performance testing, security testing. So we will have the goals for all the automation. Then we will have the engineering excellence. So following the pair programming and whatever the engineering practices are there, no? So we can doing the code review, continuous deployment. So all those engineering practices we can define as a vision for the end. Okay, that would be our end goal. So this is the second phase of the DevOps transformation. The third phase of the DevOps transformation is creating the roadmap and reaching that final destination. So we will start with some pilot projects to experiment all these activities, and we will implement the tools that are needed for end-to-end DevOps lifecycle, starting from source code maintenance, automation of the testing, automation of the deployment, code quality check, and monitoring of the instances. So we will identify and implement all the tools needed for the DevOps transformation. Then we will enable the team. We will provide the training to the teams, how to use the tools, what are the tools should be used on what phases in the DevOps lifecycle. Then we will have the governance. Okay, for example, if you want approval for your deployment, who will be approving, how to do the code review, who should approve the code. All those governance model we will define and we will execute it. So this is the third phase of the DevOps transformation journey. And the fourth one is we need to do the continuous improvement. So we need to do the retrospection and the assessment. Once we reach the goal, then we need to identify what are the things can be improved after reaching the goal, and we need to focus on improving or addressing the improvement actions identified as part of the retrospection. So these are all the 4 phases every organization will follow for the DevOps transformation. Hope this is clear and helpful to you. Now let us understand core DevOps principles. If you want to implement DevOps or if you want to focus on DevOps transformation, you should learn and implement the core principles recommended by DevOps. The first one is culture. We need to build a culture of shared ownership. The ownership of delivering things should be owned by all the stakeholders, mainly development and the operations teams. And there should be a good collaboration between all the stakeholders. All the team members or the stakeholders in the project should trust each other, and everybody should have the accountability. So we need to build this as the first things when you want to do the DevOps implementation or the transformation. The second focus area is automation. We need to build automation, test automation, deployment automation, infrastructure automation. So this is the second principle. We need to do more automation, whatever is possible. First is cultural transformation. Second is automation. Third one is measurement. We need to measure and have the metrics related to deployment, quality, and performance. For example, what is the frequency of the deployment? What is the failure rate of the deployment? How many defects are reported in the production? What is the performance of the application? So we need to measure everything, then only we can improve. The fourth principle is sharing. We need to ensure that the knowledge is shared across the team members. Okay, then continuous learning is there. People should explore and learn new things. Whatever the learning is there should be documented and shared with other people. For example, lessons learned, checklist, or solution identified for the failures. Everything should be documented and shared with all the team members. And we need to have the community of practice to meet and work on the new things, innovative ideas, and also sharing the failures and the lessons. So by following these four pillars, culture, automation, measurement, and sharing, we can implement an excellent DevOps transformation or implementation. So this is also called COMS framework: culture, automation, lean, measurement, and sharing. Lean is reducing the waste, reducing the wait time, ensuring that the team members are reducing the transformation or handshake between multiple stakeholders. By following all these things, and we can have a good DevOps transformation. Hope this is clear. Now let us understand the DevOps lifecycle. There are 9 stages in DevOps lifecycle, and if you want to implement DevOps or if you want to do DevOps transformation, we can follow this guideline as a 9-stage steps. One is continuous planning. So we will do the initial planning, and based on the input and the result, we can refine the planning. So the planning should be continuous. The second one is continuous development. The team should be continuously developing the code and also refine the things. So this is the second step. The third is continuous integration. The team should ensure that the code is integrated from all the developers continuously. The fourth one is continuous testing. Testing is automated, mainly unit test automation or regression test automation that should be running on the code whenever there is an integration. So this is the fourth stage. Fifth stage is continuous release. So whatever the code is tested should be ready in a separate instance that is called continuous release, so that we can do UAT or any testing, integration testing continuously. The next one is continuous deployment. The deployment should happen continuously to the environment whatever we are defining. So it should be automated. The seventh one is continuous monitoring. The tools and process will be set up to monitor the infrastructure, servers, code, application. So we need to ensure that the continuous monitoring is in place, and if any failure happened, that should be the tool should alert the people so that we will go and fix immediately. The eighth is continuous feedback. So we need to ensure that the feedback is received from the stakeholders regularly, and the system is giving an alert as a feedback whenever the disk space is increased, or the application performance is slow, or some servers are down. So all those feedback will be given automatically through tools. The ninth step is repeat the cycle to deliver the value. So if you see here in the DevOps, everything is continuous. Continuous planning we need to do, continuous development we need to do, continuous integration we need to do, continuous testing we need to do, continuous release we need to do, continuous deployment we need to do, continuous monitoring and feedback we need to do. By doing all these 9 stages, we can implement an excellent DevOps lifecycle and the transformation in the project. Hope this is clear. So in the industry, so many tools or popular tools are used. We will see few tools that are used in many organizations for the DevOps phases. In the planning phase, mostly used tools are Jira and Azure DevOps. When it comes to source code control, Git, GitHub, GitLab and Bitbucket tools are popularly used to manage the source code and control the source code. When it comes to continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline setup, Jenkins, GitHub Actions, GitLab CI, Azure pipeline tools are used. These are all the popular tools. When it comes to containerization, Docker and Kubernetes are used. When it comes to infrastructure as a service, Terraform and Ansible tools are used mostly. When it comes to monitoring, Grafana, Prometheus, Splunk, ELK stack. So these are all the popular tools used in the DevOps pipeline. So there are lots of tools used by the companies specific to company specific needs, but these tools you should know so that you can suggest these tools whenever a new project started or you are part of the new team. Hope this is clear and helpful. I have enabled membership in this channel. Feel free to explore and subscribe for this membership. You will be getting membership specific videos, membership specific charts that won't be available for other people, and you will get early access for all the videos a few days in advance, and you will be getting priority reply for all your comments, and you will be getting the loyalty badge, so that will showcase you in our live chat. So feel free to explore and join the membership. That will give more advantage to learn many things and watch so many videos that is not available for other people. Thanks for your support. Now let us understand few best practices related to DevOps transformation. The first one is standardize the development. Ensure that we have the coding standards defined and all the people or the developers understood the coding standard and writing the code accordingly, and branching strategy is defined and everybody is following, and pull request process is there in place and team members are following. So these are all the standardized development activities we can do. These are all the few best practices. The second one is automate everything. We can automate the build, we can automate the testing, we can automate the deployment, we can automate the infrastructure as a service. So these are all the some best practices we should follow related to automation. The third set is shift left testing. We can do unit testing, integration testing, security testing, performance testing. So these are all the testing can be started well in advance. Even during the requirement phase, the team members can start writing the test cases and automation scripts so that we can start the testing early. I have posted a separate video in this channel about shift left testing. So please watch that to understand the end-to-end process of the shift left testing and the benefits of shift left testing. The fourth best practice set is monitor everything. Monitor the logs, monitor the application, monitor the metrics, monitor the alerts, and have a monitoring dashboard so that within the dashboard we can see the health of the application, error logs, failures, and availability of database, servers, application. So monitoring everything is another set of best practices for DevOps transformation. Hope this is clear. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and share it with others. Please leave your comments. I will respond to you at the earliest. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. If you are looking for any one-on-one coaching for Scrum Master role, Agile Project Manager role, Release Train Engineer role, Delivery Manager role or Agile Coach role, please mail to this email ID mentioned in this slide or WhatsApp to this number. I will be providing customized one-on-one coaching to prepare for this role or excel in these roles and move to next level role. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to get notification about new videos. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.